Good afternoon, everybody, or good evening, I should say. It is the 29th of October, and I wanted to show you some things that I did today, or yes, last night actually. I did manage to find a way to clean my stuffed animal collection without damaging anything. It's a surface cleaning using just a tiny bit of laundry soap, a little bit of color safe bleach, and a dish rag. Let me show you some of the results. Let me show you the most striking result of all. Is Mr. Tiger here. As you will see, it looks a lot cleaner than he did before, and I'm very happy that he looks good. Much better. He still doesn't purr. The problem with the purring mechanism, I'm not sure what it is, but because this is basically, it's built just like a human, just in many ways just like a real cat's purr. That is, he has his bellows, which acts like lungs, and there is something in here in his throat cavity, which obviously does the vibration, and it's not vibrating. And so I did not do open chest surgery on him, and I really don't want to, because this is really special to me, and I never talked about the cat. So let's talk about this tiger first and how I got him, which was the first of my adult stuffed animal collections entrance. What happened was I was going to the University of Connecticut. I was a college student living in the dorms, and I couldn't take my real cat with me. So because of that, I missed having a cat in my dorm, and so I wanted to have something, to dress up my room. And I went to the Yukon Co-op, and this is one of the stuffed animals that was on display, and I fell in love with him right away, especially with the purr. And he used to purr really well, and now he doesn't purr anymore. But his purr was starting to go bad, even back then. He didn't purr as good as he could, and so he was, it was really. But he is, I guess you can call him my Hobbs. He's been with me for a long time. He's been with me through my thick and thin, through good times and bad times, and he is very important to me. And I wanted to make sure when I cleaned him that I had to be very careful because of the fact that he has a lot of sentimental value to him. So I used just a little bit of laundry soap and some regular tap water, not too hot, just room temperature, and a washcloth, and took the rubbed. And by the way, you can do the same thing on a real cat too. I just, for the heck of it, I did with Rusty as well. The same technique. Does a pretty good job on a real cat, but usually their tongue does a better job. But he didn't mind it. But then Rusty, my cat, kind of likes getting wet anyway. And we're talking about the stuffed animals here. The most important thing is that what you don't want to do is you do not want to use any harsh chemicals. Now, there's a couple videos on YouTube. Someone was suggesting that you should take the stuffing out of your creature and then wash that in Woolite in your washing machine. I would not recommend that for everyday washing. Maybe for really bad problems, because you see, the stuffing is packed in a way, like in his paw here, you can't really see it, or his tail. His tail is kind of floppy. That's the way it's supposed to be. But there's actually some stuffing in here, and it provides rigidity to his foot. So if you had used that other person's suggestion of taking your stuffed tiger apart, yeah, I could have fixed his, did open chest surgery and took out the noisemaker and possibly fixed it. But no guarantee about that. Speaking of that, I got the other cat here. Hi, Rusty. Come here. And he's growing too. Okay, go over there. Alright, now, so that cat was the first cat I cleaned, and he came out really good. And the reason I didn't want to stick him in the washing machine is because he has the bellows in here. If you put him in the washing machine, what would happen is these bellows would probably fill up with water, and that really would compound the problem, and creating, well, it just wouldn't be good. So I didn't want to fill my tiger up with water. So I carefully did a surface cleaning. He certainly looks a lot better than the last video. If you remember, last week he looked really bad. And I did the same thing with the white tiger. I still have to get her a cub. I don't have a cub for her yet. She originally had a cub, like I said before, and then she lost her cub. Apparently it got detached from the mama. So I usually put the white tiger and the brown tiger together as a couple. And the same thing with this big cat. She wasn't too bad, but she was a little grubby. And so I cleaned her the same way to make sure, because there's another thing too that they suggest don't put animals in the dryer, and I'm going to agree with that, because a lot of these stuffed animals, their eyes are held in place by heat glue, that's heat sensitive. So if you put these animals in the dryer, what would happen is the glue would come off, the eyes would come off, and the nose and other parts of the cat. So that's not really cool. And also, of course, we have stuffed animals here that have, like for example, that tiger has a purring mechanism, and this one here also has an electronic noise music box in it. So I would not want to take my Beverly Hills Hillbilly Bear and throw him into a washing machine unless I took his music box out. And if I did that, at least this one here, his back opens up, it's Velcro, so you could do that. This is an original bear, by the way. This is bear number 119 out of 15,000 produced. So this is really an original Beverly Hillbilly bear, and I'm not so much in it for the collector's item perspective of it as is the comfort that it brings me to have these little creatures in my heart. And last time I showed you this really quickly, so I'm going to go a little slower this time. And I'm going to explain all of these creatures, or at least some of them anyway. I got so many of them. I want to talk about some of the other snafus about cleaning the little animals. This bear here I found in a dumpster. And this little bear, I don't know what it is about this little bear, but my heart goes out to it every time I see it because it's cute. Okay, it's really cute. It says "I love you" on the front of his little T-shirt, and I just think he's really, really cute little bear. Now, incidentally, it did used to have a music box. Apparently, that when I got it, I never got the music box in it. However, the stuffing on this little bear is exposed because your fingers right here get little finger holders. That's important to consider, because if I had put this bear into a washing machine, there would have been a chance that not only would the eyes have come off, and the fur would have been damaged, and the t-shirt probably would never survive, but because of the fact that the stuffing is exposed, you probably could have destroyed him. And I really would have been a really, really painful, unpleasant surprise. Because, I mean, even though I'm not really into teddy bears, I really like this little guy. And I have, as an adult, hugged him many, many times. And so, for that reason, I wanted to make sure I treated him with respect on a very big level, and not just go ahead and just throw him into a washing machine, because that would destroy him. Now, the same is true with the little rabbit. He's also very cute. Um, Only problem I noticed was when I washed him is my hand is that the fur didn't quite get soft. Maybe I need to, you know, gently work around his fur here. Here we got the same big thing, big eyes on him, the floppy ears, the pink nose. You can just about see his little mouth over here. Although it's kind of implied. I don't really think you can see his mouth per se. And he's got a little cotton tail in the back. He is also very much depends on his stuffing for his rigidity, and depending on what the stuffing could have been made of, washing any of these creatures could have destroyed them. Because some of the stuffings they were using at one time was paper, and some of the early toys was actually a form of sawdust. I don't have any sawdust ones here, but I do know about them. I used to have a lot of stuffed animals as a child that had paper in them, like paper, shredded paper, usually from the animals I won into carnival. And so I really kind of I learned, unfortunately, the hard way that it's very easy to destroy your stuffed animal collection by just trying to think, shove it in the washing machine and throw it in the dryer. If you don't know if you can wash it in the washing machine, I would recommend don't, except as a last resort. Because a lot of things about the way these things are created, and this little mouse is certainly no exception to that. The noses and the eyes are glued on, as I said, with heat glue. Which means if you put them in the dryer, if the dryer is too hot, the glue is going to start to soften up. The eyes are going to disappear. The nose is going to come off. And they're going to start to look really, really tacky. And this is a really cute little guy, too. Some of these have tags on them. Some of those don't. This one's here. This one's called Angelica. And I never give all my cats' names. Animals' names I should. I did not show you the Cabbage Patch. I should have done that. I'm sorry I forgot about this one. This is an original Calico Cabbage Patch. I don't really know much where I got this one from. She has nothing on right now. She has no clothes. She needs clothing. I have not too much into making doll clothing. But I mean, she really needs maybe a simple little skirt, like a little dress, a simple blouse on her would look great. And of course, somebody had braided the yarn hair up and with elastics. So this is the original elastics that somebody had used. I don't know if this was the way Calico made it or this is the way some little girl had decided to do the hair. This is just the way it looks. It's really cute. And got some other things I want to talk to you too about tonight, as well as on my stuffed animal collection. So let's get to the more business level talk tonight as well. The thing of the talk is with the animals and stuffed animal collection is kind of the dessert. I wanted to let you know that I am working with a person that has bought some of my older equipment to get the chroma key set up. The gentleman and I are working on the process of actually he's bought some equipment of mine, and we're going to finally begin the process of getting the chroma key backdrop and the soft boxes. And so we're going to be able to start doing the nice chroma key videos I've been telling you about for over 2 years now. And so I'm reviewing my notes on making chroma key a practical choice. The only thing I'm worried about, to be honest with you, is looking at some of the videos showing how you can use it. There is a technical level of how far should the chroma key screen be from your model, or in my case, me? Some say that they should maybe be about 5 feet behind you. Well, that's great. The only problem is that there's no room in the studio to have a chroma key backdrop 5 feet behind me because my living room is so small. So the only other choice I have is to use the other lens I have for this camera, which is a wide angle, and then I'd have to, which unfortunately at the very widest opening aperture. Okay, so anyway, the point is that so there will be some have to be change the layout here in the set, and one of the ways to do that originally was, if you watched the video I did about 2 years ago, you notice I plan on using the rec room as the set. Well, honey, I might have to, because of the fact that not only is the lights gonna take room, the camera is, with the wide angle or with the lens I'm using now, it will be able to pull it back quite a ways and still be able to get a good headshot. And so that's what I'm gonna do is adjust the camera, the lamps, the stands to get rid of as much as I can. We're gonna still have to use some of the old lights because some of the suggestions for the lighting using 3-point with chroma key is a little more difficult. Using 5-point is what they recommend. Well, 5-point lighting means I'm going to be like 2 lights short, so I'm going to need to come up with a better arrangement for that. One of the most important things, as you can see right behind me, is to banishment of shadow. The shadow you're seeing is because the key light is off center. The camera is straight on, but the key light is on my right side. Now, when the sun's coming in through the window, which is on my left side, I don't see much of a shadow, and it looks more of a kind of a flat look. Unfortunately, in this case, that's not the way it works here. But you know, it's and this stuff I'm still learning as we go. And by the way, this gentleman said we were at the local pawn shop and we saw an iMac Intel Core 2 Duo machine, and it looked really, really nice. But someone may already have a deposit on it. It was only charging $220 with a Mighty Mouse and a flat Apple aluminum keyboard. I really kind of thought it was kind of cool, but you know what? Like I told the gentleman, I says, I really, really need that light kit more than I need that Mac. I already have a Mac. I need a light kit. I need that chroma key background. I can't do any more advanced videos without those tools. And cause, you know, I think that's important. Just pick up my stuffed animals. I'm on the floor here. I think it's important for me to get all of the lighting and stuff. I really want to work on more advanced videos and the virtual set technology. I mean, my stuffed animals are great and everything. I mean, it's a part of me, and but I got a feeling that after a while, the set is people kind of getting tired of the same old set, and they want something different. Hell, I'm getting tired of a lot of the videos I see, of course, use the same kind of layout. So it's really not particularly just my videos that do, and that's important. I mean, that's what I'm doing here. You know, is I'm working on creating a video that, and some of you ask me why I do this. I want to explain real briefly. I do the videos because I love doing videos. I love the fact that I can share some of my knowledge with you. And hopefully when at the end of the videos, you'll come home with something new and something that we'll be able to put to work for yourself. So for example, like cleaning stuffed animals may not seem like a big deal now, But if you ever get one or two stuffed animals, or maybe you have stuffed animals that you found in the closet in the attic from your childhood, and you want to restore them, some advice from people like me could save you a real heartache, especially if they're your precious toys from your childhood, and you want to clean them, but you don't want to destroy them, and that's important. And also the same thing with anything. We need to learn. Life is a living classroom. We learn new things, and if we don't, then we stagnate and we start to die. And I don't want to die. I want to live. I want to live. I want to have a long life, and I want to, ideally, I would love to live to be 100 plus. And maybe that'll happen. I don't know. Technology is a strange thing. We don't know how long I could live for. As a North American snow queen, I could live easily, but then again, easily that long because of technology. But I also know from, unfortunately, from my family heritage that most of the women usually kick the bucket, usually by about 86. So I'm not really looking forward to that day. But you know what? That's 40 years from now. So I've got 40 years more of my life on Earth to kick ass and take names. And I'm going to do everything I can. I don't care if I have I don't care if I have cataract in my right eye. I don't care if I'm going deaf. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to keep kicking ass and I'm going to keep taking names. Because that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to learn how to manage to get around my difficulties. And I will continue to push the envelope. Because that's just my way. Anyway, it's getting late. So I'm going to get ready to wrap this up. But I want to remind you to please send me your comments in the comment section below this video. Down there. And I also want you to make sure to watch Lummy's videos too. But I'm sure she's got something to say. You're better, I do. Alright, go ahead. Everybody, I know Michelle and I have done a lot of videos together, and I have my own videos I've done, and I'm wondering, could you please subscribe to my channel? Because I really need you. I really need your patronage, and Michelle and I have been posting our information and contacts in the link section below. And so I really would like you to please do me a favor and subscribe to my channel. It doesn't cost anything and it's free. It's right. And you can learn a lot from Lemmy. She talks a lot of spiritual discussions where I tend to focus on the more mundane aspects of life. And that's just where we are. And I think you haven't done a video lately. Well, the problem is Michelle, I really don't know what to talk about because no one told me or given me suggestions or anything. So I don't know what to talk about anymore. I need your advice, guys. I need some ideas from you. I could use the same thing, actually, people. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, advice, suggestions, whatever, let me know, okay? And we also accept PayPal donations. And if you look at the link below this video, you will find the information for how to submit a donation to me and Lemmy. And I know that there's some people that talks about, some people think we're just a little bit off the beaten path in a lot of ways. It's true. But you know what? I think what matters more than anything in the world today is the person's spirit and the person's heart. And I think that the heart speaks volumes to you. And so I ask you to continue to keep watching the videos, keep learning the videos, and keep growing up and enjoying the videos. And I'm looking forward to seeing the future of all the videos when they will be. You guys will look back at them and say maybe about 2 or 3, 4 years, like I did, like looking at the very first videos that are still on YouTube, and realize I've come a long way since those very simple, rudimentary videos where I didn't even have any kind of confidence to get out there and talk to you. And I really have to admit, it took a long time to get up the nerve to start broaching into other topics. And so, I mean, that's just the way it is. I mean, me and Lemmy have grown so much together, but we've also have grown in a way that is matured enough that it changes your life and the way you see the world as well. So we're gonna let you go, and want to join me? Sure. Don't forget to like and share. There, everybody.